Hello everyone watching on YouTube, and welcome back to Tales of Symphonia Remastered. We're gonna load back up the game. I'm in Isolde right now, I think? I'm tired of walking around as Colette. Who have we not walked around as yet? We're not gonna walk around as Genus because Genus is lame. I'll walk around as Rain. She's okay. I'm not a huge Rain fan. Most of my favorite characters are in I don't know if you'd call it the second half of the game, but the 40% onward point of the game. they're later in the game. All right, going to Isolde did not get us to the Thoda Island. Right, I remember this now. We have to figure out where I need to go to get to Thoda Geyser, which is on an island. I assume, if we couldn't get there from Isolde, it must not be that island in the center bottom of the map right there. It's gotta be that bottom right one. So, if it's at the bottom right, then surely what I need is on the right side of the map. Dude, these monsters are so mad. They're so upset with me. Bull Emerald, thank you so much for summoning Tier 1 for 3 months on a 2-month streak. Greatly appreciated. Not these things again. I'm much higher level now. This might be fine. I have to remember all of my arts. I don't remember what I had each art on off the top of my head. We should probably stop by Luin and rest on our way, since these guys are causing me problems now. Come here, you. Get out of here. I know I've already said it before, and they fixed it in future games, so there's no point in, pointing it out, because it did get fixed in later Tales of games. I think it was Vesperia Onward or Grace's Onward. But I really hate that I can't see these guys' HP by default. I don't want to bother using a magic lens. But also, it would be so nice to just see how close I am to killing them by just hitting R1 real quick. Yeah, juggle them. Juggle them, everyone. Get this fool juggled. All right, wasn't too bad, wasn't too bad. Almost 200 experience seems pretty good. Do you like the mechanic of not being able to identify specific monsters from their avatars on the map in comparison to future Tales of games? I don't really mind that you don't know what monsters you're going to fight until after you run into them. Because the enemies are just weird shadow blobs and then you don't know what it is you're fighting until you're in combat. I don't mind it, but I definitely prefer in future Tales of games where the enemy markers on the map, instead of just being weird shadow blobs, are actually look like the enemies that you're going to be facing instead. Like in Tales of Xillia, Tales of Graces, Tales of Arise, Tales of Berseria, all of them do that. Not even necessarily because I care about, oh, I want to know which enemy I'm going to fight prior to fighting it, although I do prefer that overall. But more so just because it looks nicer. It just makes the in-game world more, it just looks better. It makes more sense. It helps you get, enthralled, I guess, with the game more so as a result. I like it. Plus, in future Tales of games, sometimes you need to look for specific enemies for specific drops, depending on the game and materials you need and stuff for whatever kind of weapon synthesis or whatnot those games have. And it's nice to be able to see the enemy you're looking for that could drop something you might need.
I was just warming up.
But at the end of the day, it just looks nicer. It would look nicer to be walking around and see an orc walking around, and then when I get into a fight with it, I'm fighting an orc, instead of walking around and just seeing a giant blob of shadow. Basically. That's my opinion, at least. But at the end of the day, this game is old. They could only do so much back in the day, and the black shadow things, I don't really mind. I don't think it's a knock on the game. Now, if a new Tales of game came out, if the next game after Arise came out on, the PS5, and it was yeah, it's just black shadow monsters instead of the actual monster, models, I would be well, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of dumb. you're a new age game, and you've been able to do the monster models for the past however many Tales of games. Keep 2 save files or 3 save files? Let's keep 3 save files like I do in Persona. Why not? That would be stupid, and I would be like, well, that just doesn't make any logical sense. I feel like since you're playing all the Tales of games now, it helps like your favorite games more because you've seen the bad. Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's definitely a case to be made for, like, the games you already like, liking them even more when you see things you don't like in older games. Well, as of right now, I don't think Tales of Symphonia is bad by any means. I remember liking Tales of Symphonia when I played it like 8 years ago. It had its issues, most of it just from being dated, and also being the first 3D game. But Symphonia is a good game, and I'm having a fun time playing it again. My biggest complaint right now, as always, is the sheer lack of directioning this game gives you. Now, there was something last time that said, hey, go past the mountain pass now that you have it, and then the way to get to the Thoda Geyser is beyond it, or something like that. Hey, check it out. Use an attack.
Angel feathers.
Sonic thrust.
Behold, compound special attack. I wonder if you can get multiple compound attacks if you have, oh, I forgot that the wizard or the witch or whatever is like a heavy smoker. Like, if Colette and Rain both did a move that could compound off each other, and then Kratos and Lloyd also did a compound move, if it would do 2 of them, that'd be pretty pog. But anyways, the way to the Thoda Geyser has to be around here somewhere. There has to be somewhere I can go that is going to let me get to the Thoda Geyser. Maybe I can't be on Noish? Is that the mistake I've made this entire time? Which would be really dumb of the game. To be like, hey, don't use your, like, good movement option. This just leads to the Balacruft Museum. I don't think it's on this little, like, peninsula. This little, like, mini island. Yeah, this is an island because it's only connected by a bridge. Oh, no. Leave me alone. I don't think it's gonna be on this island, because this island leads to the next seal, and I know that the Thoda Geyser has the water seal. Alright, I guess we're fighting.
Don't get too comfortable.
I'm never comfortable. That's my secret. Sometimes Lloyd does a double attack instead of a 3-hit attack. I don't know what makes him do that. Oh, I forgot I have Beast now. Gamer moment. I love Beast. One of my favorite arts in the Tales of franchise.
I was just warming up.
I got a melon. I'm not gonna spend too long looking for the geyser. I'm just gonna ask chat to tell me if I can't find it within like 10, maybe 15 minutes. I really think it's gotta be, maybe it's not past the thing, because I think it's gotta be that whatchamacallit. It's gotta be down at the bottom right? And if that's the case, it's gotta, like, maybe it's not on this side of the mountain pass.
Angel feathers.
I was just warming up.
Because I've already gone up and down the coast here last stream, didn't I? And there's, like, nothing. Like, why would it, logistically, why would it be on this side of the mountain if I'm going to the bottom right or the middle area? Or if it would be, like, right here, but I don't see it right here anywhere. I don't see anything to interact with. Huh. This took me an hour and a half to find the geyser. Oh, joy. I'm glad to hear that it's, like, something multiple players have run into and not just a me thing. I really wish the game would just give me any kind of directioning. Let's go back over to the House of Salvation over here, where they said, like, oh, I lost it in the geyser, and maybe they'll give me more specific instructions if I talk to them again.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna talk to them and then look around a little bit, and then I'm probably just gonna ask chat, because wandering around aimlessly for like 3 videos doesn't sound fun to me. Oh, you know what? I do the triple swing that I thought was the default attack if I hold left or right. Okay, now I know. Out of my sight.
I was just warming up.
I would really like to find it on my own, but also, if I was just, you know, playing on my own time, I would probably keep looking for it on my own because I want to find it. However, because I'm streaming and trying to make enjoyable content, I don't want to spend an hour just wandering back and forth. I wish I knew which island was the geyser. Is it? I don't think it's that island. I really think it's the bottom right. Open up. Hi. Chosen one, yada, yada, yada. Does anyone talk about Thoda? Have to deliver my cargo to Asgard. That coding guy is demanding an insane amount of money. This place sits between a variety of locations north, south, and east. It's very convenient. What do you say? If you head north from here, you'll hit Hakanosia Peak, but I don't think you'll be able to cross it. I've already crossed it. Hello. The geyser erupts with boiling water. Be careful. My humblest apologies. All right, you guys say nothing worthwhile. That really sucks. What do you say? What do you think? Is this a cool hairstyle or what? All right, yeah, completely worthless. This is why I hate older games that are like, oh, just talk to every NPC, because you run into so many NPCs that say nothing worthwhile. Having to find one specific NPC that might give you a hint is, like, terrible. All right, I'm gonna go look over past the ranch. I feel like they don't normally have, like, structures or settlements near the ranches, though, because it just doesn't make sense. So I don't think oh, wait a minute. Have I been misled this entire time about the whole going past the Hakanosia Peak nonsense? Have I finally found it? Thoda Island sightseeing boat dog. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Between this and Isolde, I just want more directions. All they had to do when those guys told me about Thoda Island, all they had to do was be like, yeah, just go southeast of here and you'll find a boat dock. And then it would have been no trouble whatsoever, but they didn't do that, and so instead I just had to guess. It's also super, oh, I remember these stupid boats that are actually just like buckets. But it's so dumb that the game has you do the Palma Costa Ranch before they tell you to go to Thoda Island, and then after you do the ranch, you get the thing that lets you go to the other side of Hakanosia Peak. So naturally, if you're playing the game, I think it's normal, and I think most people would probably agree, like, oh, I just got the mountain pass to be able to go to the other side of the mountain. So probably where I need to go next is go over the mountain peak and look around over there, but that's not the case. I hate it. It seems you can reach the Thoda Geyser by crossing the sea from here. Okay, so it is the bottom right area. I knew it was the bottom right island. Hey, can I just take this spiritual statue? How unusual, are you actually gonna pray? Although this is a tour boat boarding station, it is in fact a full-fledged house of salvation. After all, it's a place to pray. Thank you all for your prayers. The little sweat drop. All right, we found it though, we're good. Have you come on a pilgrimage? It's nice to see devout youngsters. Hello. Let me talk to you. Welcome to the Thoda Island Sightseeing Boat Dock. This is the most convenient. Well, the only way to view the Thoda Geyser. Oh, you're telling me. It will be 200 gold for a round trip. Would you like to use the boat? Absolutely. Finally. Let's go.
It's a wash tub?
Yup, it's a wash tub.
Wash tubs.
Wow, this looks like it'll be fun.
I'm going to wait here. Go on ahead without me.
What's wrong, Professor Sage?
Nothing. I'm not getting in that thing.
It looks fun. Come on, let's get in.
Honestly, I'm with Rain. I don't really want to get in a wash tub to cross the ocean. If we were crossing like a river or a lake, sure. But the ocean? In a wash tub? Are you insane?
Yeah, Rain. Ah!
Ah.
What amazing expressions on these dated character models. I love it.
Professor Sage, are you afraid of water or something?
I was just starting to say, this should be fun.
Sure.
Oh, it's actually just Lloyd. Everyone else was left behind. We finally arrived. That was fun, wasn't it, Lloyd? Seawater came in, and I thought it was gonna sink. Here, Professor. Ah, right. Thank you. That was a rare experience. Rare indeed. Hit me with the save, please. And let's continue about our business. Up ahead, Thoda Geyser. Wow! Lloyd, a geyser is a type of hot spring that periodically erupts with boiling water and water vapor. Yeah, I knew that. Huh. What is it, Chosen? That sign over on that lookout platform? What about the sign? It looks kind of familiar. Maybe it's just my imagination. Man, this sound effect is amazing. It reminds me of the fire sound effect from earlier in the game. Oh, I see the statue over there. Seems that most of the people who come here aren't coming to see the geyser, but rather want to experience the wash tubs. Actually, I'm one of them. This is the only hot spring in Sylvarant. It seems you used to be able to enter the water, but a new geyser sprang up and no one has been allowed to bathe in it ever since. Let's see. Approximately 200 years ago, the Thoda Geyser. Say something besides just what's written on the sign. The Thoda Geyser, the Balacruft Mausoleum, and Asgard, the City of Ruins, are known as the three great tourist spots. If it weren't for the designs, we'd enjoy our travels as a vacation. Welcome. Do you need any items? Ooh. No, it looks like I'm good, actually, but thank you. I'm currently researching whether the hot water that erupts from the geyser can be put to some sort of practical use. Oh, okay. Look at that guy.